Welcome to Little Tummy. I am your host Anaya. Today we are going to make a fish recipe.
So this is a coconut fenugreek fish recipe. Simple to So let's start the recipe. For the recipe I have taken almost half a kg of fish. I have cut them into pieces and I have washed them properly with dried, and I have marinated the fish with salt and haldi for almost like 1 to 2 hours and left it there. Now what I will do is I have placed a pan and I have put some oil into it. Let's just saute the fish and cook it almost on both the sides for 1 to 2 minutes till they are cooked well. Now after a few seconds, just flip over the fish pieces slightly. We don't have to overcook the pieces because when it goes into the gravy, it will further cook with all the spices, and I don't want the fish pieces to break down at that time. So just flip over and another 15-20 seconds. Now another 15-30 seconds almost, and I think this is cooked on both the sides. We don't want more golden brown color, so just switch off the flame right now and then remove it in a bowl. Now once we have removed the fish, let's start preparing the gravy. First I'll dry roast some of the spices. This is whole dhania, almost like 1 teaspoon. This is almost 1 tablespoon of methi dana. Let them roast first and then I'll add the rest of the spices. Now once it starts to crackle, we'll just put almost like 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds and we'll dry roast it along with the other ingredients. Make sure you don't burn the sesame, so keep the flame on medium or low because the sesame seeds get roasted very fast. So a little brown color, and then you switch off the flame at that moment so that it gets a little heated up even after the flame is off. So as you can see, the color of the sesame seeds have started to turn a little yellowish and a little brownish. So I'm just switching off the flame right now, and on this heated pan I'll just keep moving all the ingredients not to burn them. Now as all of them have been roasted very well, and aromatic smell actually comes when you keep roasting them on the flame. So once it's done, let it cool down for some time and then we'll put it in a grinder with other ingredients and make a paste of it. Now it's a little cooled down. Let's add the rest of the ingredients into it. I have taken almost an inch long of ginger. I've chopped it into 5 to 6 pieces and 7 to 8 garlic pods. So let's add this together. Now what I have done is I have almost soaked 1.5 tablespoons of poppy seeds in water almost like an hour before. So we drop all of this into the paste. Now to this I'm adding almost 1 green chili. You can add 2 as per your spiciness in the gravy, and then we add some water to make it a paste. So add a little water because I have to make a paste out of it, and now let's give it a grind to form a, not thick, but now I've ground this into a fine paste. You can add water as per your convenience. If the paste is little thick, add little water to make it a little this consistency of the paste, and make sure everything grinds very well because there are a lot of dry ingredients also like methi dana and coriander seeds, so it should all mix well together with ginger and garlic. Now since we have made the paste, let's start adding rest of the ingredients for the masalas. I've taken almost a tablespoon of mustard oil. Since the fish cooks well in mustard oil, so it's a good option which enhances the taste also, but it's an optional thing. You can add olive oil or whatever cooking oil is available with you. Let the oil heat first, and then we'll add the gravy ingredients. Now I'm adding almost 2 onions. I have chopped the onions. Now once the onions become a little translucent, I've added some salt to it, for its cooking time will decrease and it will cook a little faster and it won't burn much. So I've added almost like a teaspoon of salt into it. Make sure, because you've already added salt during the marination of fish, so don't overdo the salt content. Now once this gets a little brown, let me add the paste that I have made out of the spices and other ingredients. Just drop down the paste. So I have put the paste into the onions and let it just mix well with the onions, and then after like a minute or two we'll add the tomatoes into it. Now it's been almost a minute that we have been mixing the chutney and the onions well. Now let me add almost 1 big diced tomato, and we will cook this tomato into this chutney and onions well, so they are mushy and well cooked. So at this point of time I'm closing the lid and let it cook for almost like 5 minutes until the tomato are well cooked and it mixes. Now it's been almost like 5 minutes and the tomatoes, as you can see, have been completely mashed. So now let's add the enhancing portion, and that is the coconut milk. Since we are making the coconut milk fish curry, so I'm adding almost a cup full of coconut milk, and at this point of time just simmer down your flame so that this coconut milk doesn't get separated. Now we have added the coconut milk and just mix it well. Let's drop the fish that we have already cooked on the tawa one by one into the gravy. Now since we have added the coconut milk, let's add the seasoning, the salt. And now since the coconut milk is a thickening agent and we have also added the poppy seeds, let's drop some water into the gravy. Now we have added almost a cup full of water. Now we'll close the lid for like 5 to 10 minutes after there is a boil in the gravy, and we will cook it so as this gravy thickens under the coconut milk. And since the fish doesn't take much time to cook, so we'll just lower the flame at this point of time and cover it. Now it's been almost like 5 minutes. I'm just opening the lid because I have to add the last ingredient, and that is the tamarind paste. I've diluted the paste. You can use the fresh tamarind soaked in water. This is almost half a tablespoon of tamarind that I'm putting in the gravy right now, and let's give it a mix and close the lid once more for another 5 to 10 minutes. If you can see, this gravy has started to thicken, and like after 5 to 10 minutes this was be a good consistency, and this tamarind will just add on to the taste a little tangy flavor that would come to the fish. So just mix it well and then I'll close it again for another 5 to 10 minutes. Now this fish can be eaten. Guys, so guys, if you like this recipe, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and for coming updates just wait and have a nice day. Do try this recipe at home. It's a very nice and very lovely recipe. You can make very easily and tastes very good. So stay tuned and take care. Bye.